Hey guys, and welcome back to another quick inform video. So today we're doing the review of the new Samsung Galaxy J3 Achieve. So this is the new model that Samsung released on the J series. This is technically the 2018 version of it. So you know they've done a 2016, 2017, and this is a 2018 version. The previous version that released under Boost Mobile was the Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge, and a lot of people are comparing it to this phone. So let's go ahead and take a look if this one's a lot better. Is it worth it? So yeah, let's get into it, guys. So first of all, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of specs of this phone, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this phone has a 5-inch touchscreen display. In the back, it has a whopping 2,600 milliamp battery, and we'll get into that. I'll show you in just a little bit. Talk time is about 19 hours. In the back, you do have 8 megapixel rear facing camera with a flash. So let me actually show you the back first, because we're talking about the battery. And yes, it is removable, so the back is removable. I like that a lot. And the battery is removable as well. So as you can see, here's the battery, guys. So it is made in China, and as you can see, it's a 2,600 milliamp battery. There you go. So it does focus pretty well. I did put a 16 gigabyte micro SD card in here just because the phone does have 16 gigs of internal storage, and for this review I downloaded a lot of games, so so yeah, guys, I kind of needed the space for videos and all that stuff. I mainly use it so I can take more videos and stuff. So yeah, let me turn this back off. In the front, you do have your 5 megapixel front facing camera. No front facing flash at all, as you can see. Wow, you can really see my fingerprints here. So it is a pretty big fingerprint magnet, at least in the front of the screen. So like I said, in the back, you do have your 8 megapixel rear facing camera with flash. I do like how the camera looks, especially with the case. I'll show you that in just a little bit. I just think it's better. It's more flush. It just looks a lot better on the back of the phone compared to the Emerge. Having that kind of T shape. So like I said previously, it does have 16 gigs of ROM, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. You get about 9.5 gigs of user. The rest, of course, the system uses. You have 2 gigabytes of RAM. So this phone does have 2 gigabytes of RAM compared to the Emerge that had 1.5. Which I think, honestly, if you don't have minimum 2 now, it's kind of a struggle thanks to gaming and multitasking and all that stuff. I'll show you. Let me clean the phone just because it's so fingerprint magnet-y. So it does have, another cool thing about this phone is it does run 8.0 Oreo out of the box. That's very nice. It's a 4G LTE/LTE Plus, so it's pretty good if you go to LTE Plus areas. Like big cities, your speeds are going to be crazy fast. It's 20 by 20 carrier aggregation, I believe it is, or CA, HPUE. It does have a 1.3 gigahertz octa-core processor. I do love that, guys. Most of these budget devices have about quad core, so it's nice to see. It's a low end. You know, it is only 1.3, but nevertheless, it is an octa-core and 2 gigabytes of RAM. So that's enough of the specs, guys. Let's take a look at it real quick. So like I said, in the front, you do have your front-facing 5 megapixel front-facing camera, the nice Samsung logo, your earpiece. On the top, you have a mic. Whoop, there you go. On the bottom, you do have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which I like a lot. So, you know, I'm still one of the headphone guys. It does have a micro charger, so it's not a Type-C, it's a micro. You have a mic, and guys, for this kind of phones, I mean, yes, I do wish it had Type-C, but everybody still uses micro, especially budget devices, and I don't mind it at all. I still have a lot of cables, so. On the right side, you do. This is really cool. A lot of people are going to ask me in my previous video, where's the speaker? It's not in the back. Guys, the speaker on this phone is right above the power button. So you do have your power button, and then you have your speaker, which I like a lot on this phone, especially if you're watching videos or playing video games. See how I hold my phone like this? boom, right there. You're not covering the speaker at all. So most people put the speaker right here on the bottom. It's not covering it, or in the back. Then it doesn't get distorted if you put the phone down. I really like Samsung's placement of the speaker in this phone a lot. Let it focus back. So yes, guys, the speaker's on the right side. On the left side, you do have your volume rocker, so you have the volume up and volume down, of course. And then in the back, you just have your 8 megapixel front facing, or 8 megapixel camera with a flash and a Samsung logo. So there's no Boost Mobile tramp stamp like other carriers have. That's pretty cool. The only time you'll see it is on the screen. So let's go ahead and turn this puppy on, and let's get to the review. So as you can see, it does say Sprint on top, but that's just because I haven't activated it just yet. So let's unlock it and let's get into it. So right out the gate, guys, it has a really nice screen. The screen does get a lot more brighter, so let's get into the drop down menu. So as you can drop down menu, you do have your Wi-Fi, sound, Bluetooth, auto rotate, airplane mode, flashlight. So that's what I like about it. It does have a nice, pretty bright flashlight. Power saving mode, of course. Mobile hotspot, secure folder, location, smart view, do not disturb, and then you have your sync, mobile data, and Dolby Atmos, which, guys, this actually sounds very, very nice. I was listening to the new Drake album with this. Of course, you have to have headphones on, so that's why it's not letting you activate right now, or at least Bluetooth. As you can see, here's the brightness level, guys. You can do the outdoors mode, which makes the screen brighter from outdoor viewing. After 15 minutes, outdoor mode will turn off unless you're still using the screen. Show controls on top. So as you can see, it's only halfway brightness, guys, and I do that so you can kind of see it through the video, but it does get very, very bright. Another thing that this phone reminds me of, guys, is of course my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and that's thanks to 8.0 Oreo, of course. And just check it out. The way you swipe, this is done on Galaxy S8 and 9. You just swipe up and boom, that's how you get to all your apps. I like that a lot. It just reminds me of my old phone, guys, and you know, I just like how Samsung keeps everything together. So calling, and I did erase all these numbers, so I'm just gonna show you. So here we go. When you get to calling is crisp. It's nice. Of course, this will depend on your area. So if you have good bars like I do right here, calls are gonna be crisp. I've never had to drop a call or anything here. So like I said, this just depends on your area. So calling is nice. It's 555. So even gonna try to make it to call. Here we go. You can add a call. Extra volume if you're having a hard time hearing it. So it does make it a lot brighter. You can hear it. You had your Bluetooth, your keypad, your mute, and your speaker. You can also block numbers right out the gate. So like I said, this reminds me so much of my S9, guys. I like it. It's just so simple. Of course, you have your voicemail, and then you can hide your keyboard. Yeah, you can go to contacts and all that stuff. So there we go, guys. So from there we get to messages. So this is the default Samsung one. Of course, I use the Android one now, but this is the default one. So conversations, let me show you a couple cool things I found about this. So let's just put a random number, it doesn't matter. And then here we go. So first thing everybody's gonna ask me is, does this phone have emojis? Yes, it does. So right out the gate, here are the emojis, guys. So like I said, these are the same ones you're gonna find on higher end phones. So look at that, they even have some new ones. So yes, I like them a lot, how they look. Like I said, all the new ones that you're gonna find in Galaxy S8, S9, and Note 8. Like I said, that's just thanks to Samsung and the OS and all that stuff. So yes, you did get all the cool stuff. Now let me show you a couple other things that this phone does offer. So you get stickers, of course. So Samsung loves doing their stickers. Get different stickers and all that stuff. From there, you also get your GIF. I call them GIFs. So there you go. You know, here's some. You can send them and all that stuff. It's pretty cool if you know you want to have fun. Fun. And of course, you can search for them and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. So there we go. There's Drake one. It's funny. So there you go, and you can send it and all that stuff. One more cool thing that I think nobody really knows about this is, well, it does have text to speech. hey, how are you guys? Very, very accurate. But one more thing I want to show you guys is this. You click the little plus button, and that's just, I was taking a selfie and all that stuff, but you can take a picture from there, send it. This right here is the writing, so you can draw your own message. So it's pretty cool. So Dragonic right there, you know, and then you can send it if you want. So you just click the OK, and there you go. It's drawn it. So it's pretty cool. Of course, this would work better with a pen or a bigger screen or something like that. But guys, it's pretty cool. You know, you can, if you're gonna send your side chick something like that, or your main chick, or your wife, or whoever, or your friends, I think it's funny. You know, you can just send it like that. I like that feature a lot. So like I said, texting is crisp and everything, no stutter or lag, and then of course you have your swipe. So there you go. See, swipe. I like that a lot. So let's exit that. Now we get to the browsing. So let's get to the browsing here. So let's just look at some news. So here you go, Android police. Let's see how crisp it is. Scrolling. So look at that, guys. No stutter whatsoever. You can zoom in, of course. And I always use Google Chrome, guys. Yes, it does drain a little bit more battery, but it's just more smooth and everything than the Samsung one. I don't like the Samsung one. I think that one just stutters. It doesn't matter what phone you're using. And here we go. They're actually talking about the phone right here. The 2018 Galaxy J3 and J7 now available on Verizon, Sprint, and Boost Mobile, which I'm reviewing this phone right now. So let's just go ahead and open it. There we go. Look at that. No stutters at all. So let's look at more specs, and of course those are the same specs I just spoke about. Supposedly this will have an Exynos 7884A chipset, which is underclocked version of the Exynos 7884. So that's the kind of, I guess, chip that it has in here, guys. At least that's what Android police are saying. But like I said, we're not getting into that. I'm just showing you the browsing and all that stuff, the experience of it doesn't stutter. I think Aloha Android on his Moto G6 Play was saying that when you scroll on his, it would like bounce. This phone does not have that bounce effect whatsoever. Look how fast it's going through. Wow. So overall, very, very nice. So browsing on this phone, you will not have one bit of issues. Then we get to the camera, guys. And this is something that kind of surprised me, guys. It is, I can tell you right off the bat, it is better than the Emerge. And I'll show you a couple of clips I did. So there I am right there. So this is with good lighting. So as you can see the little kind of highlights of my hair right there. Very, very nice. And good lighting, it's amazing. And the part that this phone struggles is going to be in low light. You see a lot of noise in the background with low lighting, but in good daytime, guys, you don't have any issues like that. It looks nice. And like I said, I'll put some clips in this in just a little bit so you can see the front and the rear. So let's just look at some of the settings. So the rear is 8 megapixel. Video size, you do get 1080, so it's 1920 by 1080. You can just set a timer. Front camera, it's 5 megapixel, of course. You can change all that stuff. But who would want that, you know? Video size, full HD. This is the front. You do get a 1080 or 1920 by 1080. You can save picture preview, shooting methods. Like I said, timers, all that cool stuff. Storage is the thing that I like. You can change it to an SD card if you put one in here. Like I said, it does have 16 gigs. So if you put a lot of games, you will run out of space. That's one thing that I don't like about this phone. It only has 16 gigs of internal storage. If it had 32, it would be definitely like a 9 or a 10 in my book. But so far, I mean, it is budget, guys. I picked it up for like $80, and Boost Mobile's having a promotional discount of up to 20% off. But for $80, I think it's go so far. Of course, you can do the full screen. There you go. You can see the full screen. Turn that off. You can do the front and the rear camera. So there's the rear camera right there. You can put stickers on here. So that's pretty cool. It does have stickers. Samsung's something that I see them doing a lot. best friend. So there you can see right there the stickers, Samsung Galaxy camera, and then you can remove the stamps and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Of course, you can have your flash on or off, whichever you want. If you go to the side, you do have your auto mode, the pro mode, panorama, continuous shot, HDR, night, sport, sound, and shot. So night is basically hold the device steady while taking pictures. This is basically if you're taking a picture at nighttime, guys, it just makes it pop out a lot more. So that's pretty cool. And then of course pro mode, you can control a lot more, the iOS, the white balance, and all that crazy stuff. I always just put it in auto and my shots come out nice. So yeah, so I don't know, I don't mess with all that stuff. I always, like I said, I just keep it in auto and it does fine. So let me show you some pictures and video footage right now. Hey guys, so this is the front facing camera. This is recording 1080p. It is a 5 megapixel camera, but it does record in 1080p in the front facing. So as you can see, it looks very nice. I'm outside, so the lighting looks amazing. There's my hair with the wind. But overall, guys, it looks good. I don't see anything bad with it. So I think this is really good for like vloggers and stuff. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? But this is a front facing camera, and see how good the audio is. Alright guys, so this is a rear facing camera test. As you see, it is recording with the Samsung Galaxy J3 Achieve. This is recording 1080p at 8 megapixel rear camera. So let's see how well it does. Going down the stairs, walking around, very nice. As you can see, everything looks nice. Let's see if there's any kind of image stabilization. So we're going up the stairs. Pretty cool, you know. So let's say we're just walking around. Very nice, guys. This is in daylight settings, so it should look pretty good, and we'll go from there, see how well that does. Alright guys, so that was the pictures and video quality of it, the front and the rear. So hopefully you like that. Yeah. So let's get it more into it now. So now comes the portion of gaming, and here's all the preloaded apps and stuff. First of all, let me show you some things in the settings before we get to that. So here's the settings, guys. So as you can see, very nice connections. You can see the data usage and all that stuff. So there we go. I've used 13 gigs so far on this phone on Wi-Fi. Like I said, it's only connected on Wi-Fi. Mobile networks and all that stuff. Automatic, CDMA, LTE, CDMA, GSM. Whoa, what? GSM? Does that say GSM? Wow. So most likely you can get this phone unlocked. So I'm going to try a couple of things later on. Mobile hotspot and tethering, of course. So you get sounds and vibration, notifications, so you can block and all that stuff. Notifications, wallpapers and themes, of course, thanks to Samsung. Pretty cool. I mean, you can see all that stuff. There you go. You can just get, you know, themes. So I mean, I just use Sedge for everything. Advanced features. There's another cool thing. It does have game mode, guys. I don't personally use it, but game mode lets you like turn off other apps. It makes it more smoother. And of course, you can go ahead and record your screen as well with it. But you can see there's a couple things. Easy mute, all that cool stuff. Multi-window. So there you go. Multi-window, guys. You do have to enable it, and I'll show you that after the gaming portion of it, which everybody's excited about. Device maintenance. So here you go. So you can optimize storage. Of course, I only have 273 megabytes left, just because, like I said, I've downloaded a lot of games for this review. Of course, battery life. Here you go. It's showing you battery usage. So for 12 hours, you can see it, all that stuff. the Play Store is what's draining most of my battery, thanks to like I said, me downloading a lot of games and stuff. So I will get about 37 more hours, just depending on how heavy you use it and stuff. But overall, let me talk about the battery so far, guys. It's been doing really good. I haven't had any issues with it. Of course, the battery's brand new. You know, the phone's only like a couple days old, maybe a week old. So it's holding it. I'm watching videos a lot on this phone, gaming on it, and I mean the battery's not giving me an issue. Yes, you might have to charge it once or twice a day, just depending on the usage. But overall, for this having a 2,600 milliamp battery, it does amazing. And the screen's not crazy big, so and if as long as you don't keep the brightness, you're maxed out, the battery's gonna last you. Let's look at storage. Like I said, here you go. As you can see, apps, I have almost 7 gigs of apps, guys, and then in my SD I have 6.1 gigs. So as you can see, there we go. Available storage 561 megabytes. So yeah, let's say you get about 9.5 to use out of the box, and then of course apps and permissions and all that stuff. Lock screen, you do have your swipe. There's no facial recognition or anything like that. So you get pattern, pin, password, or none. The roaming clock, face widgets. That's pretty cool. You can get face widgets and all that stuff, control alarm schedules and all that stuff. Of course, security and all that stuff, like security folders and all that. All that cool stuff. Cloud accounts, systems. So there we go, guys. It is running 8.0. and Samsung, so it's pretty cool. Alright guys, so now let's get to the fun part, which is gaming. So let's go ahead and try some games out real quick. As you can see, remember I've tried Modern Combat. I use this as a staple because it's pretty intense graphic and some phones can't even handle it. Like the Moto G6 Plate. God, I know I'm comparing that phone a lot, but that phone, if you remember my review, and I'll put it in the description below, it was lagging quite a bit when action started. So let's see how well this phone does. Alright, so here we go. Remember this part where it would lag up and stuff? So let's see how well this does. Alright, so there we go. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Like I said, this, so there's not crazy amounts of lag or anything. It does only have 2 gigs of RAM with a 1.3 gigahertz octa-core processor, so I mean I'm guessing that octa-core is really kicking in and helping out a lot. But in other phones, guys, this is the point where it will just lag up. I mean, right there, that shooting part, it would just stutter and stuff, and then once the fight was over, that's when the phone went back to normal. So check it out, pretty good and intensive graphic game. Here we go, so let's get more to shooting parts. So as you can see, there's no stutter at all. The battle goes on, man, the battle goes on. Look at that. Yeah, and there we go. This is the last part I'm recording on here, just because it's gonna be fast-paced action here. Like I said, look at all this action going on, guys, and the phone's not even stuttering. It's not getting hot or anything, so it's definitely handling good, you know. Oh God, these guys are right here. Boom, look at that. Water, splash effects, smoke, fire, nope. Boom, so there we go. Let's see if there's any stutter or anything. No, so, well, I mean, nothing at all really that's major. Let's pick up some guns and stuff. Look at that, so everything's going fine. And you know everybody wants their PUBG now. So I like that smooth. I mean, I've played this game on other devices. I mean, it's lag fast. It's just, it can't handle it. It gets too hot. Yes, this game's gonna drain your battery just because it's, you know, pretty intensive and stuff. perfectly good. Smooth as butter. Nope, nobody in there. So like I said, I'm just going to take out my little pistol and just kind of show you a couple things. Look at that. Works perfectly fine. I'm just trying to bait some people to come near me, you know. Usually I can find a person or two, but I'm outside the circle, so. I'm just trying to bait them, you know. So I guess another high-intensive graphic game. Yo, this game's kind of fun. I didn't even think about it. Come on, reloading. There we go. Alright, let me fix my ship. So there we go, fixing my ship, guys. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, what is this? Alright, so. But you get the gist of it, you know, it's fun. Like I said, handle new games. This game just came out. So let's see how well it can handle, like I said, newer games. Alright, so here we go. So look at that. Smooth, man. Whoo! Look at that. I mean, look at these graphics. Ooh, we get a boss battle. Woohoo! Ah. Let me hit you with that power, son. I love this game, man. These kind of games. Alright, so we're going for the kill. Look at this. Whoa. Wow. So we got some spears, so let's chug these spears at them. Jesus Christ. Look at this big dude. Shoot. Let's see. Travel again, I guess. Of course, I do like that volume rockers on the bottom, so. So there you go, guys. You can see it doesn't sound distorted, you know, especially if you max out the volume. It doesn't sound that like, you know, distorted sound. It's perfectly fine. And I like it when it's loud. I mean, you can definitely feel that little speaker just bumping, you know. It doesn't have crazy bass or anything like that, but you do feel it a little, you know, just boop, boop, boop. I don't know, that kind of pulsing. I like that. So it's kind of like rhythm music. I like it. One thing I can say is the speaker is not the loudest. Yes, in a like small room like this, you know, if you haven't maxed out, I mean, it's perfect for video watching. But if you're in a place that's like, let's say you have your TV blasting, it's really hard to hear. I was having this issue yesterday while we were watching, I think, Family Feud or something like that. And I mean, we have surround sound, so yes, I mean, it's loud, you know, but I was like, wow, what are they saying in this video? You know, I tried to max out the volume and it wasn't super loud. I mean, look how small the speaker is. But like I said, for video watching, you should be fine. Unless you're like in a crazy loud noisy place. So that's perfectly fine, guys. I give it props for that. I wish it was a little bit louder, but hey, then if it gets too loud for a smaller speaker, it's gonna sound distorted. So it's perfect. I think it's nice balanced. Alright guys, so now that the benchmark test is done, so this benchmark results, I just took a screenshot of it, guys. It's just, good lord, this stuff takes forever, but that's why I had to stop it. So here we go, I just took a screenshot of it once it's done. So Geekbench score, single core was 978, and multi-core score was 3366. So as you can see, there it is, there's the Samsung model down there, guys, just for all you people that really want to see that stuff. So let's get to the end of the video, guys. One thing I almost forgot to mention is this phone does have Bixby, so if you slide, you do have your Bixby home, but it's not like Bixby that, you know, your Samsung Galaxy S8 or S9 have. There's just so much more features that Bixby does on those flagship phones that this phone doesn't. Of course, you can get the news and all that, screenshots and all that stuff, the weather. I almost forgot to even mention this in the video just because I didn't think it's really informative. Even with the camera, it doesn't have Bixby Vision or anything, so I don't even know what's up with Bixby being on this. I mean, I guess they're just like, let's just throw Bixby into this phone. But personally, yes, I could probably do some research and tell you more of what this does. But as a regular user, guys, somebody looking at this, I mean, I wouldn't know what to really think about it. Okay, yeah, there's some Galaxy apps and, like I said, news on YouTube and all that stuff. Nearby places and all that stuff give, it's there, but I mean, I don't care for it, honestly. One last thing that I want to say positive about this phone is, guys, the design of this phone is just amazing. I like it a lot. It's a blacked out edition, I think, I call it. Look at this phone, it's so nice. I just like how out of all the J3s that came out on Boost Mobile, the merge and all that stuff, I mean, that phone was what, grayish, and then the other one was, I think, gold. This blacked out edition, it's just so nice. The look of it, especially, like I said, once you put a case on it. Here's a case. I put a link in the description so you can get your own case. But I mean, this case cost, I don't know, like $5 or something. Just look at that, guys. It's just, like I said, the camera looks nice. I mean, just that black, it's just so nice. I like it. Compared to these other phones that are just so flashy and stuff. I mean, let's just have a sleek design and let's get done with it, So that's one positive thing I would say. So to the end of this video, guys, would I recommend this phone? What do I think about it? Honestly, let me give you the negatives of it first. The speaker, I wish, was a little bit louder. It's not bad, but it's not the greatest. Yes, like I said, you can watch videos and stuff, especially in a quiet room, but in a loud place, it's not the best. The camera on it, it's nice. I wish it was a little bit better, but of course, like I said, it's a budget device. It is pretty good. It did shock me of how well the camera does. The gaming on this is amazing. I do give it props for that, guys. For it having, like I said, 1.3 gigahertz octa-core processor with 2 gigabytes of RAM, it definitely was pushing through all these games. Music streaming, all that stuff's nice on it. So gaming, I do a lot. Videos, of course, I like that little feature where you can have the little screen on there. So if you're a big mobile game player, definitely pick it up. If you like watching YouTube and all that stuff, it's perfect for you. The battery, as you can see, it dropped down to 57% after everything. It wasn't even at 100% if you guys remember the beginning of the video. So the battery life and management on this, guys, is very, very nice. Like I said, I'm using it in the Geekbench mock test. I had to do like 3 times because I kept forgetting to screenshot it every time I exited out. And that takes about 2% battery. So right now it probably would still be at 60%. Charges are really quick as well, so it's not slow or anything like that. And like I said, just because it has a small battery, it charges pretty quick. And one last thing, guys, I want to say is, remember, this phone is $80. You can pick it up for $80. That's what I picked it up. I actually have my receipt here. Let me tell you how much it cost. So the phone retails for $129.99. You can pick it up at Boost Mobile right now for $79.99, guys. With shipping and everything, I remember I paid the extra shipping, which was $12 and everything, and taxes. It came out under $100 for $98. With, remember, that's an extra $12 shipping plus taxes. So overall, you can get this for under $90, about 85 bucks. If you don't pay all that crazy shipping, guys, it's a definitely pickup. I mean, why would you? Okay, yeah, you can get the, what is it, the J3 Emerge for what, 50 bucks maybe, but I would say spend the extra money and just pick this puppy up. I definitely recommend it for just casual users or maybe first time user of a smartphone. I really enjoyed it. Put tempered glass on it definitely, just because it's so smudged. but I know some people are saying if you have the merge, is it really much of an upgrade? No, it's not. I mean, they've improved. Yes, you do have 8.0 Oreo. The camera quality is a lot better. And of course, gaming is a lot better as well. So if those two things are something that matters to you, definitely pick it up, guys. I would say it is an upgrade, especially with 2 gigs of RAM and everything. So, or especially if you never had the merge or the Achieve or anything like that, definitely go for the Achieve over the merge. Now, if you have the merge and you're kind of like iffy about it, then stay with your merge. But for someone new looking for a phone, definitely this is a nice pickup, like I said, for kids or anything like that. I'm actually going to put service on it. I'm going to keep it, guys. I'm not returning this phone, so you'll definitely see more videos of it. So, yeah, definitely I would give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5 on the low side. On the high side, it's an 8. So it's definitely worth a pickup, especially for the price point. It's not crazy expensive. If for $130, I wouldn't recommend it. For $80 though, right now that's currently going on, and you can get an extra 20% off on Boost Mobile's website, guys. Definitely is worth a pickup. So hopefully you like my review on it. I mean, for God's sake, I still have my Stylus 2, guys. So, and remember, I have Unreal Mobile on this puppy. So yeah, I have it on airplane mode right now, but definitely worth the pickup. I'm gonna put this on Unreal Mobile service just so I can get about 2 gigs for $15, guys. So thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the new Samsung Galaxy J3 Achieve. Like people saying, is it really achieving anything? I think it is. So here's the box on it, so you can see it. Bam. So thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, and hopefully you stay tuned through it. So thank you.